Yeah. So we had a week 2 set on Friday. Moved houses over the weekend, and then I found out my shadowplay had issues actually recording my point of view. So I'm just gonna be going over to Rex. Here was the drafts. Home maps were TA for them, Haboob for us. Initially we were thinking something like this was going to be a super fix, which I think makes sense for Arabia, or Haboob TA. Well, obviously that's what I think makes sense because that's what I thought. This was our plan pretty much, and we thought this is what they were going to pick. Going into game 1 we realised we're wrong, but we'll go over that now. So yeah, so if we click into game 1, what do they got? They got Vietnamese here, or Vietnamese and Ethiopians we guess as playing civs, but they decided to use Berbers here instead of TA, which I'm guessing is just a case of them not having practiced so much, or not having practiced these maps or prepared as much, because Berbers is typically a very good pick on TA, just because how far away you are from opponents' mobility is heavily prioritised, and then having camel archers generally count as a lot of the mobile civilizations you'll see on that map. But anyway, so we go in. I'll start off with Chinese. Let's start with Chinese. Look at a pretty good map. As long as I put my ranges and buildings in Primal Gold here, I can wall off that pretty easily, wall up here pretty easily, wall here quite easily. So, pretty good map. Yeah, Kiwis is okay-ish. Like, the backside's decent. Front's, this side's not too bad. Front's kinda gay though. Metal's got a bit of a tougher wall off here. I think he ends up going for not the great, some walls he probably regrets later on. But I think our wall is like wall here, and wall along these resources. Kind of box shaped to just secure this gold here. Then it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, pretty open for Shadow. Not too bad for Salted, I think. And yeah, a bit more. I think you can secure the front, or you can secure this. Not too hard, but not too great either. So I'll plus 4 bust that a little bit. Most players go for pretty standard means. When I'm Chinese, I typically greed for some idea. Metal starting as well off. Shadow's playing pretty open. Normal kind of stuff. Yeah, so I'll scout a bit late because I pushed into, which is probably not the greatest. Metal's out here, seeing if you can pick up anything. Then we start looking around here. I think I distracted a bit a little bit, or took a little bit of TC fire damage there. Shadow Bean. Annoying not letting Metal drop off his slumber camp. I think I'm just continuing to scout around. Spotted most of the resources. I went for really early walls. Just securing my base so I don't get stuff picked off. Shadow's pretty much called out to a teammate. There's a build wall in here. See if I can take it. Yeah, I think it's not what makes or breaks the game, but I think going to here is a bit greedy of the walls. I think just going here, easy to wall behind, a bit safer, a little bit less walling. Yeah, it looks like they double here. I get a pick off. I'm not really doing any damage to my bill here, just because a little bit of idle time. So yeah, and I managed to get a bill here, which is unfortunate for Metal. Sometimes, yeah, not much you can do. And yeah, he's bringing back a scout, he's called. Yeah, he's called Kiwi, but Kiwi's helping out. Kiwi's got a stable going down. Same as that pocket, there's a stable down as well. I think I've caused some more idle time on the gold pile as well. I think made him afraid to wall that up. Gotten in behind to put down his ranges while I'm already putting down both. Middle's about to put down both. and Shadow's only just put down one. So Shadow's build could do a little bit of work as well. Metals, I'm guessing, it's just because of pressure. Yeah, it looks like they get another bill here as well, which is unfortunate for Metal. Definitely getting a raw end to the stick here. But some games it just happens, and it's about how well we can recover. And not let it spiral out of control. Yeah, a little bit of a hole there. So yeah, but he's getting second range down, which is nice. Same time the Shadow, even with the damage. Me, I'm just scouting what the enemy's doing. Scout is get his range going down. Getting some numbers down, just got my blacksmith down. I'm gonna play shit on the way. So for our villages, most players hover around 25 mark, Metal a little bit behind, to me a little bit ahead as Chinese. So yeah, Kiwi matching numbers pretty good. Kiwi on 5, Salted on 4. Salted's a higher level, like 2k plus player, so it's higher than everyone else in our team pretty much. But I'm a little bit higher than Shadow, and Metal's a decent amount higher than Ferryman. So realistically, I should have a pretty big advantage on Ferryman. So it's my responsibility to either kill this man or get a big lead on him at least. Shadow playing really open. I don't necessarily agree with this because if he loses one big fight, it's just GG with his gold. But that's how you can play it. And obviously Metal unfortunately got some stuff picked up, so he's not having a greater start. I've got my Rangers done really nice and early, smoother build, probably helped with harassment I did on blue. So I've got more numbers, harassing his gold, which I scouted earlier. Which is, yeah, going good. I think I force up a tower here. Or I make him get a tower up. So he can't take a fight against my extra numbers. Like I've got the highest number in the field at the moment. Yeah, he ends up getting a tower down here. Now back up and look for a new point to do damage. Happy that I'll force up a tower. They're looking for damage here. Made Metal move off a woodline temporarily. Metal's still gathering numbers. Kiwi's out here, ready to help defend. At this point, I realise I've got to lead by Ferryman, or lead from compared to Ferryman. Since I forced up the tower, harassed him, got more numbers, so I want to move down to Bucket. I haven't scouted him yet, but obviously you have a general idea where he is, and I want to see if I can get some damage. Because obviously I hear in comms at this point that sounds like they had a bit of a rough start over here, so I want to see if I can get my team to, well, at least get my pocket ahead or caught up with their pocket. So Metal ejects here, they take a bite. Looks like both sides archers get targeted by the other side scouts. So it ends up being a little bit of a clear up for both parties there. I'm traveling along here. He spotted my second lot of reinforcements here, which is fortunate by him. So he's now sung out, told his pocket that I'm on the way. But he doesn't realise I've already got his forward force already almost there. This side's, yeah, pretty even. Both sides got cleared up pretty much. So yeah, he's tracking us along and he sent out this army chase. But because Salter played very greedy, didn't wall at all, I can just waltz right in. No, nothing to delay me here. So pick up Bill. I'll let my let Kiwi know that I'm there. So yeah, Salter comes back, Kiwi's coming over. Got him up for some farms, start going up here. Kiwi lets me know that these dudes are coming, so I join both my forces together. I think Metal's just staying at home for now, just so he doesn't get caught out. And yeah, I'm idling all this farms, idling the wood, idling the gold. If we look at Salter's resources, he's on the way up, but he's got no gold to be able to produce anything, get upgrades. I take some do some good micro here. Take some good birds. I even bring my little spear, get some more doinks. Yeah, if we look at my KD right now, it's 11 to 5, which is including scouts as well. That's just 13 to 5. I take that back. Oh, 14 to 5, 15 to 5. So excellent KD, got enough gold. Pretty much, I've made I've just given a lead to Kiwi over their bucket. So yeah, I'm just looking for more harassment. Being a little bit annoying now. And I'm already 30% away up. I'm going to be... So the 2 pocket's going to be first up, then it's going to be me. So he sneakily moved up in this gold pile, and I didn't notice. Numbers wise, metal's 12, shadow 17, so metal's still a little bit behind number wise, but not the end of the world. And Kiwi's up on villages on Salted. And he's had a constantly working economy, which is pretty big. Been out of forward upgrades, like Salted doesn't really have much resources. While Kiwi's got a fair bit that he can use to actually spend, get TCs, get upgrades, etc. And then they're still trying to clean this up. Which they do now, but the army's done its job. And I've still got, yeah, decent amount back home. Yeah, I think this is typical play when if you're a high rank player versus a low rank player on the blank, you do some damage, but if you force up a tower and it doesn't look like you're gonna get too much more, just move on the bucket. And especially if you play greedy like this with no walls, it can be really beneficial for your team. So I'll play, yeah, at a university TC, kind of early ballistics, but I'm still letting Eco. Yeah, I'll start moving out. Middle's just playing safe while he's on the way up. Shadow just got up. Blue's just about to be up. And then, yeah, green's, both pockets already up. Kiwi spots the army, I go in to help. I think I've got ballistics at this point. I'll do a couple micro arrows, so I can look back to do some farms. I'm like, oh yeah, let me just snap some bills and chillin'. Look forward. Patrol forward. Check back what my base is doing. And I'm like, taking a bad fight here when I was looking away. Bit unfortunate. But I've still got a decent lead. I've got second, well, sitting decent amount of villages for everyone else, but good eco upgrades. And yeah, Kiwi's got most kills in the game with that lead. I helped get on the pocket there. And I think I had a fair TC, yeah, just now. And I used that to get an even bigger eco lead. So yeah, both pockets playing this side. Kinda one-on-one at the moment. Metal being a bit behind earlier. It's kinda adding up a little bit, but he plays full military to stay alive, and I think he even had siege workshop. So Metal's done his job of holding quite nicely. Just a little bit of back and forth here. I got less arch numbers right now because I spent a decent amount in Salted Space, but Kiwi's got more night numbers. And also did a little bit better micro. And the hill always helps. So yeah, there's some trades back and forths. Metal's a bit behind villager wise. 47 to... Yeah, well, actually only palm one. So... Well, probably wheelbarrow behind. Well, he's got wheelbarrow in a way, but Metal being Vikings obviously already got wheelbarrow. And drop siege workshop just to be safe. Well, we push forward here. We're pretty smooth now. I'm getting numbers up. Getting a good amount of eco behind it, I'm not going all in. As soon as he sees a siege workshop, Shadow goes back. Sniperville. I'm just seeing what I can do to pocket here. Island gold, island more farms, killing more vills. Yeah, Salted 70 to 86 from Kiwi. And Kiwi having the slab farms really helps out as well. So we're not sure if we're about to be trapped here, we played a bit more safe. If we look at the map, they don't really have enough numbers to stop us, so we probably should have kept on pushing here. About the time we figured we'll just keep rotating around, don't get caught out, just do dry fires. And I'm pretty confident in my superior, in my macro being a bit better than their flanks and being able to reach Imperial Age first. There's also a counter army at Kiwi's base, so Kiwi's just making sure he produces enough to take care of it. And I think Metal's sending over his army to help as well. So I sniped some vills in Estonia, we keep moving down. Sea Salter's army's chasing as well. So we keep moving up to this hill, I think. And we end up trying to join all our forces together. When Shadow must have spotted us moving out as a group, decides he doesn't want to get caught out and he runs away. First up to an Imperial Age, I'll put down siege workshops preparing up front and get more ranges down. Metal's up as well, just 1 TC, Lee Eco approach, very nicely played by him. Exactly what we need in this situation. On the flank, it's all about just getting those numbers and aim timing. Eco is nice, but sometimes you can't afford it when you get behind. So we push forward here. I'm starting to get villagers down to the corner, try and get a market up. They get hit by a wolf, I thought I was going to lose that vill. We're just kind of camping the silk waiting for upgrades. Ram up. I start preparing a stone wall for late gameplay as well. Did he use Bracer? Arbalist Chemistry, on the way straight away. Metal's about to be up as well. I'm assuming his resources are kinda tight at this point. Oh no, Viking ZP. He saved up enough to afford all the upgrades. Very nice, very nice. And yeah, and he's added TC. Well, he's added TCs on the way up as well. So he can start catching up in his EK. Now he's got his military and tech sorted out. And realistically, what, 70 to 84, that's not that far behind him, EK as well. He's done a very nice job of managing that. Like, realistically speaking. So yeah, with this giant hill here, we're kind of undecided on if we would be a cost-effective fight to take it. So we end up just pushing forward here, just trying to force them to come down and solid land or take damage. So pretty much Salter's position. What he's decided to do is his team's he's either cooks up to Imp or his team dies. So he's decided just to mass producing Castle Age to try and clear this, because they have no way of dealing with it with only one R player. And Kiwi obviously being an Imp about to get all his Imp stuff, he's doing a good old cheeky boya switch. So we take a fight here. I think Metal mispatrols a bit there, so he's do stop firing, which is unfortunate. But realistically, we're taking a fight against two Castle Age armies and one Imperial Age army. So even though we get cleaned here, it's pretty cost effective. We take out like huge amounts of knights that Salted had to keep producing, which has forced him to stay in Castle Age. Oh, Kiwi, sending boyas along. 8 plus 3 melee armor, so 11 melee armor. Now it does 12 damage. So it does literally 1 damage per hit to the boyas. So game's pretty much far enough ahead. Middle's stone wall and securing the sides. We try and push forward here, but while we're up in front, secure the silver castle. Stone wall there. And it's going to take them a while to be able to do any damage. I even start stone walling another layer. So while over there, Metal kind of pushes forward a little bit. Green has to come back because his boys and scouts starting to run into his base. And Blue's only just now reaching him. Take a good fight. Imperial vs Castle Age. We've also started up a trade as well. Their side, only just now putting down markets. Salt and Pepper's only pretty much just reached him. Started trying to get imp upgrades. The Albos have to come over to help deal with Boyas because he has got no way of dealing with it. And all throughout his eco. Throughout Shadow's ecos now. Metal's here. It's GG. And yeah, they resign pretty soon. Obviously I'm pushing here Rams and stuff as well. They're pushing throughout the middle. GG. So game 2. This is where having Berbers probably would have been good for them, but since they didn't decide to, we're kind of vibing. Like that's what we're just scared of in the drafts. But yeah, so yeah, things have turned out right. Start game plan going into this. Me as the big onions. I play scouts. I kind of benefit from a longer feudal age, being able to get the hero upgrades early. So having me as a scouts player makes sense. We'd have Kiwi as a kinda, yeah, Kiwi is kind of like the long-term carry player who eventually gets a Mangadai. He's just gonna FC. Same as Metal, but he's gonna FC and then go into some camels just to help. Depending on how much enemy is making, he'll help gain map control and all that. We weren't too sure what their plan going into it would be. But yeah, they ended up calling Italians, Magyars, Huns. The odd pick out, I'd say, is Italians pick. Mobility is king in this map, so being a pretty immobile state of Italians can be hard to use. Presuming their idea was Genoese play, which is good against a lot of the cav civs, which if we engage in straight up fight, could be a pain. But obviously, like we kind of just mentioned at the start of the game, that if that became an issue, we just add Onega or Siege of some sort. And in theory, we'd be using our mobility to get an advantage with all that, hopefully. Map-wise, we can only wall to the edge like this tiny bit here. So walls are a bit of a pain, but it's pretty fair for them as well. I found this little lumber camp on the side here. Good times, good times. And yeah, Team Acropolis is all about setting up your team walls. Communicating whose resources are whose, because you start so close together, it's hard to tell whose spoil is whose sometimes. Or whose resources are whose, for example, on this side, Salted Pepper's gold. It's like this one here, which looks closer to Shadow. Well, Shadow's is like this one here. So Dark Ages is too interesting. Just trying to... Oh, look at the deer, man. I think I give up on this, man. Oh no, I get him eventually. Okay. So yeah, setting up a nice team walls. Shadow just hits Feudal. I tapped the last couple pieces here. Oh. Very close there. So yeah, so Shadow's up first for their team. I'm up a little bit after. I got the double bit axe in Dark Age as well. Oh, I'm going stable. Stable for Shadow. And stable for Magus. So they go on double feudal age play. I only go on one feudal age, 2 FC. And actually they got 3 people on feudal. Sorry, I forgot about that. So he's dropping down a range as well. Which, yeah, typically I wouldn't recommend for this map because how far away you are, it's really hard to do fuel age pressure before FC players get to castle age. But yeah. So yeah, let's just look for ways in, but I can't really see any. Gray managed to steal 2 of Kiwi's sheep, I guess he was missing. Kiwi's on stone ready for Mangada. Yeah, just getting chased down. So yeah, not too much can happen. Scouts versus wolves. It's just how it be sometimes. Pick some fights, pick up, produce a spear. Yeah. Just microing. I've been getting my castle age eco upgrades.
This is for you.
Just chilling about eco. Gray's just gonna start in on some walls. Yeah, just starts hitting on the gate. Being slightly annoying. Nothing too major. And then blue just kinda sits at home. Doesn't send his forward, I guess he's afraid of getting caught out for slow mobility, which just adds on to what I was saying before. And yeah, I think what I noticed when I was watching the VOD afterwards, their high rate player doesn't add a market until very, very late. So like maybe if he had a market, he'd be able to help guide blue on what he should be doing with his army. Because I think blue ends up kind of looking a little bit lost, which isn't like an insult to him. As a lower rated player, it can be hard to keep up, especially in a match filled with higher rate players. So maybe if Salted, yeah, just had a markdown a bit earlier, just helped guide with his superior 2k macro. Might have been, well, might be something useful to do in the future games, but it's up to their team how they want to play. But I think that's a key advantage if you have like one really high rate player in your team, is being able to use that high rate player's game sense to the like the full benefit of your team to help guide your team to hopefully seeing what win conditions or how to get your team into good situations. But yeah, I saw the front levels, so I thought they're fully walled, so I ended up coming back here just to help clear up his scouts. But turns out they're still open in the back here. Yeah. So Metal and Kiwi obviously in castle age before the whole enemy team. So they're gonna get TCs up, start booming, all that fun stuff. And Kiwi's going out front here, Metal's going towards the side here. Look how much I've cut through for more upgrades. Yeah, and then everyone else is pretty much up to castle age as well. Blue just went one range to get up a bit faster. So Grey's going to make a CA switch, dropping down ranges. This is where we spot that the back's open as well. Oh, I think we spot in a second if Q is Megado. He ends up finishing off the last of my scouts, but he's at like just a tiny bit of HP left. So Camel's coming out as well. And no back being open. It's been castle age, we took advantage first. Means we can apply some pressure, annoy him a bit. I'll safely beam in more TCs at home. So archers, low mobility, forced to stay back, not apply any pressure. He's got, like their team, if they're all together, has a lot more numbers than us, I'd say. Like, we've only got like small raiding forces, like Big Cavalier, but especially with these slay archers, they're just always forced to chase and respond to us. And yeah, it's just beneficial to us. Well, we get eco advantage from 2 players castle age first, and being able to have full map control and decide where we want to place the TCs. Like their team struggling to get any TCs out towards the front here on all these goals, woodlines, all that. I managed to get one here. Every other TC's been towards the back. Well, we've had free permission just to put a TCs wherever we want. Salted tried to do something here, but looks like he got one up. We've got like TC here. I'm getting TC here. Metal's got some over here. Like, just chilling. So yeah, I decided to go Cavalier, I wasn't sure. We saw how much they produced, we were kind of scared. So yeah, just keeping armies busy. I spotted crossbows. I ran away. Might have been able to take the fight actually, but I just wanted to be the safe side and take very good trades. We're walling up. And we're gonna get to the Imperial Age first. Like if we look at the ecos, Kiwi won first place Castle Age, is now on 106 hills, medal 92. Then everyone else that played Feudal Age is sitting behind at like around 80 or less than 80. So having 2 players FC for pretty much free just can get you a big advantage like that. And while I'm on less bills, I've had a bunch of eco upgrades really early, so my eco is actually stronger than it looks. I'm playing Burgundians, you get Paladin for pretty cheap, so you don't need as heavier eco. So yeah, we're just playing the long game. We know we've got a lead, no need to pray to lead. Securing a map. Stone walls. Scouting around. Kiwi's been a pain, just forcing them to chase just a group of like... How many Mega is this? Like, probably only like 12 Mega left now, or 10 Mega, probably like 15 to begin with. Chasing with like 30 CA, Knights, Archers coming back. Just by constantly forcing them to respond. We're dictating the pace of the game, we're all getting up to him. Sorters produce so much, and really delayed his imp time as well. Because he's felt forced to respond to keep himself secure, I guess. And does he have a market yet? Yeah, he's got a market now, so you can see what's going on now. So yeah, so should I manage to get him before us? Yeah, which is pretty good. But then I think all 3 of us hit him pretty similar time. Yeah, Kiwi's got imp with a much bigger eco, with a carry unit. Mangudai pretty much ready to sit up and go. Let's look at his resources, yeah. Elite Mangudai, Bracer, already on the way. Metal's got Indian Camel, about ready to go as well. I've got Paladin already clicked, armor on the way. And like score wise it's already so far ahead. And Camel's absolutely destroyed pretty much everything aside from what Bleed's making. And again, we're getting ready to set up trade as well. So I'm just scouting to see what Bleed's doing. See if I can catch any low mobility armies out of place. Spot a couple of Genoese, which in theory counts me, but if it's only a couple it's fine. I spotted Bleed's army before he's got upgrades in. I've already got armor. Paladin takes ages, so I decided to take this fight. Get some good trades in. I think they see this, and they're rushing over to help. But I've already cleared up most army beforehand. And then yeah, Metal and Kiwi's up and away to do damage now. And I kind of retreated a bit too late from this, but it's fine. I got more numbers about to be in the way. And yeah, they're nowhere close to having proper trade or defensive setup. They're only just now trying to force themselves onto these outside resources. All towards the front. And they're pushing towards the front. Yeah, Shadow's trying to get Paladin in. So any fights we force now is good for us. And it's pretty much 2v3 players too. Like Blue's main army got cleaned up before. Still making a tech switch into Genoese. Oh, and trying to get numbers out. we just clean it before Paladin, while Gray's trying to get recap by all his CA upgrades in. And I think Kiwi's preparing siege drones behind us as well. And so many camels. I sent a little bit of wood to Kiwi. Yeah. It's just GG now. Siege drones glue this up. Vervidine, never much gold access. Like, if we look at their teams, we got Salted. Oh, he's got to get him out of gold. Where's he getting it from? Oh yeah, so he's got 8 gold there. And this gold here. But I think, yeah, Shadow's up a gold. Yeah, zero gold. And yeah, they just call it GG. There's no way to come back from this. And yeah, that was week 2 games.